guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's video is all about the Harvey Nichols Summer Gift with Purchase Beauty Goodie Bag for Summer 2022. So it's available now. You have to spend £215 on 2 or more beauty products, and the gift itself is worth over £450. You also have to be signed up to Harvey Nichols' free loyalty scheme. So I posted about this on YouTube, on the community page, and on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on both if you do want those kind of updates. So in this video, I'm obviously going to unbox the gift for you. We're going to have a look at the items inside. I'll tell you what size they are, what they do, we'll look at some of the products, and I'll tell you how much each individual item is worth. Hopefully that'll help you to decide if this is a gift you're interested in picking up. I'll also show you everything I bought to get the gift, because you guys like knowing what sort of products and stuff I'm buying and what I recommend and things. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So let's jump right in. So the first thing I bought is a new launch by Dermalogica. Not a huge Dermalogica fan. I think from my experience some of the products have been really good, other ones I've not been impressed with, and they still use some questionable ingredients in some of the products, so I just steer away from those. But this looked like an interesting launch. So it comes in a mini size as well, like a travel size. So this was £15, and I like it when brands do a smaller size for you to try rather than having to commit to that full size when you're not sure if it's going to work for you. So this is the Daily Milk Foliant. It's a calming oat-based powder exfoliant. So it's based on their original exfoliant that they've had for many, many years. So this is basically a powder that you pour into your hand, add a little bit of water to kind of make it into like a milky sort of foamy milk kind of texture, and then apply it to a damp face and kind of massage it into your face. So it's kind of like lightly polishing the skin, but I've already used it. It's super, super gentle. So my skin generally is normal combo oily type thing, but occasionally it can be sensitive. So although I like to use more powerful exfoliants, sometimes I like to dial it down a bit and just treat my skin with kind of kid gloves and be a bit gentler to it. So I love the exfoliant that Tatcha do, so I wondered if this was like a kind of gentle version, and it sort of seems to be. So if this is something that you look for, it is vegan as well. It's also cruelty free, and it's gluten free, and it's made without any artificial colours or, I was going to say or flavours, but please don't eat it, fragrances or colours. I do like it. I think I'm impressed so far. It's like this kind of funny beigey colour, if you can see that. It's like an off-white beigey colour. Little bit, pour it into your hand, a little bit of water, make it into a lovely foam all over a wet face for a little bit, maybe give yourself a little bit of a massage, a little bit of a polish, wash it off. My skin felt sort of softer, a little bit cleaner. I wouldn't use it just as a cleanser, it isn't a cleanser, but it's nice as that like gentle exfoliation, and it's a nice size. It's enough to kind of get quite a few uses out of it, and it's £15. So all in all, it's a good option, and I'm happy I got it. I'll keep playing around with it and see how I feel when it runs out as to whether I would repurchase. But yeah, the only negative I guess with these kind of products, and this is true of a lot of companies, is you just pour it out of a little hole, so you unscrew it. I'm doing all this and not taking it out of the box because it's actually in my bathroom at the minute. It's an empty box. But it's just like a hole that you pour it out with, so be really careful. It's like not measured, so if you were to just go like that, the lot would come out. So just be really careful when you pour it out. That's the only negative I'd say. You shouldn't lose any though if you're careful, and it has got a lid so it doesn't come out the rest of the time. But yeah, that was purchase number 1. I also picked up this deodorant, which I put on today. So it's by Sol de Janeiro, and it is the Rio Dio. So this is the Brazilian Boom Boom cream fragrance. If you know it, you know it. It's like a tropical island, but it's like super sweet and tropical. So for some people, they'll find it too sweet. Other people love it. I obviously love it. I want to buy a deodorant that smells like it. So this is a 2 ounce or 57 gram product. It's an aluminium free deodorant. I only use aluminium free deodorants personally. If you're not familiar with the whole aluminium versus non-aluminium deodorants, aluminium deodorants block your pores, which is kind of what stops you sweating. Non-aluminium or aluminium free deodorant don't do that. And there's questionable science around whether the blocking of the pores can cause issues and things. And anyway, I'm quite happy using aluminium free deodorant, so it's something that I always kind of consider when I buy these. But if you are not used to an aluminium free deodorant, you can find sometimes it can take a few days to a week or two to adjust, so bear that in mind. There's lots of information online about it if that's something you're interested in, but this is actually very highly scented with that Brazilian Boom Boom cream scent, so I just found like I smelled like that all day. Even though it's like under my armpits and also I've got clothes and things on, I could smell it all day in a nice sort of subtle way, but it smelled nice, and first impressions, really like it. So this is what it looks like. It's like a white colour. You obviously twist it up. Oh, it just smells heady. Yes, it is very, very nice. So it's got citric acid ester, which eliminates odour, papaya enzyme, which helps to even the skin tone and fight ingrown hairs. It's got coconut oil, it's got mango seed butter, it softens, soothes and moisturises. It's also baking soda free, because a lot of people can get irritation from baking soda in these kinds of deodorants. It's got no parabens, it's cruelty free and vegan friendly. So all in all, good egg. I think it was around about £15. So yeah. Love it. I got a product from NARS. I've seen a lot of reviews on this product recently and recommendations, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. I've got it on today and I really like it. I'm glad I got it. So this is the Air Matte Blush. So it's 6 grams, 0.21 ounce. It is, as the name would suggest, a blush. So I have got this in the shade Freedom. So it's in a glass pot like this. This is what it looks like. So it's got a kind of whipped texture to it. Now, that is just like a one finger swatch, so it's got a little bit of colour to it, but I find I kind of need to go in with a couple of dabs, if you like, and just like blend it out across the cheeks. And I also quite like to put a little bit there on my lips. It's not moisturising, it is a blush at the end of the day, but it just adds that little bit of sort of pigmented colour to the lips. Then I'll go in with like a gloss or a lip balm, and it's just like, it's got that nice overall colour then, because then the colour on your cheeks matches the colour on your lips, so it kind of gives you that nice sort of subtle look. And I think this is just like a really kind of pretty everyday sort of shade. I think I'll get a lot of use out of it, so really happy with it. I think this was around £24. I will link everything underneath, so if you see any products that you like, you want to go grab them, then obviously they're a lot easier to find if they're under the video, so I will absolutely link everything. I have found myself reaching for blotting powder a little bit more. I think, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you find this, but we use all these products that are like super, super glowy, and obviously in the summer we are wearing more and more SPF. And I can find that my face can go like really shiny, particularly like on my forehead area, and sometimes blotting powder is just what I need. So I picked up this one, it's by Fenty Beauty, it's £15 and you can buy refills for it as well, and it's the Invisimatte Blotting Paper, 1 roll in a refillable case, portable, anti-shine, mattify on the fly, blah 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 blah. Refills sold separately. I haven't checked to see if they sell refills. I should imagine they do if they sell this, but you never know. So it's like plastic packaging. It's got like, it's like a dusty mauvey kind of colour. It says Fenty Beauty there in like holographic writing, and it's got a little tiny mirror thing there. And I guess I should read the instructions, but you somehow kind of, oh, there we go. So you open it like this and then flip this down. Then I guess you put the paper inside, feed it through, and then just like pull off the bit that you want. And it's got a little kind of cutter, like if you were using like a cling film dispenser or foil dispenser or something. So it's not a blade, it is just made from plastic. And you just rip off the amount that you need, and then you can just blot. But I do like the fact that there's like the world's kind of slimmest mirror, so you could just like blot. Yeah, I actually think that's really cute. I'm kind of impressed with the packaging and stuff on that. So £15, super expensive, but I don't use that much, so it should last a while, and hopefully it will become less expensive as I buy refills for it, assuming I can find the refill somewhere. Next, and this wins the award for totally random purchase, but I needed a toothbrush. Yes, I could have bought a cheaper toothbrush, but this is in a cute travel case. This was £4.50, it's by Anatomicals, and on the back it says, "And ain't that the tooth, the better brush." So they did them in like all kinds of different colours. I just went for this like pink and yellow one. It's a toothbrush, it's just a toothbrush, but it has got packaging where it clips in place. So on my latest holiday, we should be, I kind of don't want to jinx it and look forward to it too much, but I really am. But we are staying in like 4 different hotels, maybe 5. We're travelling around quite a lot and staying at different hotels, so there's constantly packing, unpacking, and I find toothbrushes and stuff get grubby. Yes, you can buy the little caps that go over the toothbrushes, but I just thought, I need a new toothbrush anyway. I usually use like an electric one, but I thought I'll just buy a new toothbrush. This comes with the case. I'll have a nice little treat for my holiday. The toothbrush is made with Binchuan charcoal blended into every bristle to help give off negative ions, deodorize and remove plaque, prevent bad breath, and reduce harmful bacteria from growing within the brush. So it's basically got like magical powers. But yeah, I thought that was cute. Hopefully other toothbrushes will fit in when I've used this one. I also made a super big purchase, I'm going to show you in a sec. But the next thing I got was by Aesop. It is their Resurrection rinse-free hand wash, otherwise known as hand sanitizer. And it's the 50ml or 1.6 fluid ounce travel size. I think this is like £7. Mandarin rind, Rosemary Leaf Cedar Atlas. Now this is an expensive hand sanitizer. It performs exactly as hand sanitizer does. It smells so nice and it reminds me of holidays because I actually got this the last time I flew, which was 3 years ago, pre-COVID obviously, and it just kind of, that scent reminds me of it. And if you're familiar with Aesop, they are probably most famous for their hand cream, particularly the Resurrection one, which smells the same as this, which I also have. Long story short, I got an expensive hand sanitizer because it makes me feel happy when I smell it. That's basically it. But it's also a really nice hand sanitizer, and actually, surprisingly for how small it is, it actually lasts quite a long time. The final thing I got to get the gift, like I said, you had to spend £215, so you had to buy 2 items. You couldn't just get like one super expensive item that's like £300, you'd have to get 2, but you could get like a really inexpensive item to go with it. But anyway, that's by the by, that's the situation. I got this answers on a postcard. What is this? I'm kidding, I'm going to tell you. So this is the Pro Hydro Mist Steamer by Sarah Chapman. Gets really good reviews. I've looked at facial steamers a number of times before and could never really justify getting one, and even now I'm like, why did I buy a facial steamer? But it's one of those things I've always wanted to get. It's quite an expensive purchase and I saw it was available and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get it. So this is something you can do a couple of times a week. You do have to use filtered water. I don't really know why that is. It just says you have to use filtered water. Why? Why does the water have to be filtered? Someone let me know because I've got absolutely no idea why. But anyway, the water has to be filtered. And you obviously steam your face, so it kind of opens the pores and things like that, but you can also use it, as well as using it for sort of adding hydration to the skin and really cleaning your pores and cleaning the skin. You can also use it if you've got like a cold or something, so thinking it might be nice in winter when you just kind of need to kind of decongest a little bit, and it can be useful for people who get blocked up, I guess, quite a lot. Someone's got asthma, it might be useful for him, I don't know. It's just one of those, I kind of bought it on a bit of a whim, although I have thought about it quite a lot and I'm intrigued to see if it's going to change my life or not. We shall see. My Pore Purifying Ultrasonic Mist Vaporizer emits microfine steam particles to deeply cleanse and declog the skin, removing dirt and dead skin cells to brighten, decongest and intensely hydrate the complexion. It's powered by ultra advanced ionic technology for professional results at home. It goes on and on and on. But it's got a few settings, it gets really good reviews, and yeah, I mean, there are cheaper ones on the market, but this seemed to be the best and it seemed to do everything I wanted it to do. So I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to bite the bullet. So that's what I did. As a little aside, I really appreciate the fact that when you buy beauty from Harvey Nichols, they quite often will include samples and stuff. So they included these little Chanel samples. Generally it's Chanel type products that they include. So we have got a little sample of Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel, and Bleu de Chanel, which is the kind of men's version, I believe, or like one of Chanel's men's fragrances. So I just think that's a nice touch because it's unexpected. So onto the gift. First of all, I didn't know it was going to come in this tote bag, which I actually think is really, really cute. I didn't expect it, so it's quite a nice little surprise. Now it has got short handles on, so it's not like one that, well, actually I can just about get it over my arms, but it's not like a standard tote with like long arms, is what I'm saying. It's plain on the back. It has got sort of a stitched base into it as well, so if you fill it with things, it's got a decent amount of structure, yet it's still sort of floppy enough to fold down. It just seems like a really, really well made, reusable bag. And I really like the design on it as well. So if you can see this here, it's got the HN for Harvey Nichols, and then it's got beauty printed in each one. So I really, really like the bag, really impressed with it. I actually think I'm going to use it. I got a lot of these bags with a lot of the gifts and things I purchased. This one I think is very me, I really like it. It's also got a little Harvey Nichols label inside too. Anyway, Crystal, they don't want to look at the bag, they want to look at what's inside. So let's dive right in. Okay, so the first item is by Augustinus Bader. Now we do see this brand in quite a lot of gift with purchases. However, I've never seen this product before in any of the gift with purchases. It is the Serum, and this is actually a really expensive product to buy if you get the full size. Now it's only a 7ml or 0.2 fluid ounce. However, because the full size is like I think 30ml and something like 100 and something pounds, I did work this out when I did my research, but this sample size, which admittedly is in beautiful packaging, is worth £65.33 in this size. I mean, I don't even know what to say. That is crazy, isn't it? So it's in a little pump style bottle, but I mean, I kind of don't want to love products like this because I think I don't want to spend that much on a serum. It's something like £165, something crazy like that. I do like the fact that it comes in a nice box with the instructions, so you can at least figure out how to apply it properly. But I mean, that is some serious money on a serum, isn't it? Next up, and we got this I think in the Space NK most recent gift with purchase, it is by Charlotte Tilbury. It's Charlotte's Magic Serum Crystal Elixir Crystal Infused Serum for younger looking miracle skin. Very nice. I have this in my collection. However, I wish they'd include the new oil. I'd quite like to try the new oil more than I'd like to keep seeing this serum, if you see what I mean. But it is super cute. This is another of those like serums that you put on your skin and it just gives you that like instant luminosity. So it is a mini. You can't buy it in this size, just like you can't buy the Augustina Spada. I will mention if it's like a travel size, you can actually purchase in this size. It's 3.6 ml, so it's pretty tiny. But then again, it is one where you're only going to need a few drops over the skin and it's just going to give you that little bit of an instant radiance. So it's a really nice product. So it is a mini, it is like a sample size. Next up, we've got a product from a brand called Colour Wow, and I've heard really great things about some of their products. I think I've used some of their products actually, but this I've never used, and this just really does appeal to me. So it's called the Dream Filter for Picture Perfect Colour. It is a pre-shampoo mineral remover. It filters out colour destroying minerals and unveils brighter colour. It says breakthrough pre-shampoo treatment filters out minerals found in city and well water that distort hair colour. Traces of copper, iron, magnesium, calcium, chloride and other elements remain in your hair and will warp your colour over time. Dream Filter lifts off minerals to unveil optimal colour. Works in under 3 minutes and no heat. So you spray liberally and evenly on dry hair before shampooing. Wait 1 to 3 minutes, then shampoo. So looks interesting. So this is actually a travel size, 50ml or 1.7 fluid ounce, and you can purchase it for £12.50 if you just want to give it a go. So it's a really nice size, so just give it a go, and it's something I'm excited about. Because I dye my hair blonde, I'm constantly using products to try and brighten it and make it less brassy and stuff. So definitely the sort of products I would use. And that's one thing I really like about these goodie bags as well. I find it exciting. It reminds me of when you get like a Lucky Bag as a child. If anyone remembers Lucky Bags, then it'd have some plastic rubbish in it and some sweets, but it was just like, it just made your day like nothing else. And as an adult, this is the same sort of feeling I get when I have a goodie bag. But anyway, so that isn't a product I've heard of, but it's definitely one that appeals to me. So I would never probably have discovered it if it wasn't for the gift. The next item is by Fenty Beauty. We get quite a lot of Fenty Beauty items in the gift with purchases that Harvey Nichols do. So it's the Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer 9ml or 0.3 fluid ounce. It's a full size, it's worth £18 and it's in this gorgeous kind of chocolatey colour called Hot Chocolate. So it's got a real kind of shimmer sparkle in it. Not a colour that appeals to me. I have had some other colours that really I like, but I don't think this is a colour I could pull off. I think somebody with a deeper skin tone, it would look stunning. But for me, I've seen pictures and this just isn't going to be a colour for me. So rather than use it, I will pass it on. But yeah, £18 that's worth. Next up, we've got a cleanser from Prairie, who make those like little tools that you cleanse your skin with and stuff. I've actually got one from an advent calendar, a beauty advent calendar from last year that I've not used, so I might just dig it out and use it with this because it's kind of intended to be used with the facial brush. But from the research I've done, even without using the facial brush, people say this cleanser is amazing. And this is in a travel size. It's just called the Micro Foam Cleanser. It's 20ml on 0.67 fluid ounce. And it's worth £8.90 in this travel size, but people just say it's like the best cleanser ever. They love it, it's the favourite, which is just like music to my ears. And I love, love, love trying new cleansers. So definitely going to dig out that Foreo, try it with the cleanser as intended. But if you've not got any of their facial devices, you can obviously just use your fingers, give yourself a nice little massage with it. But yeah, very excited about this. Next up, we've got a product by Juliette Has A Gum. And it's Magnolia Bliss. It's 5ml or 0.17 fluid ounce. Now, this is actually a kind of flowery scent, a floral type scent. It says flower power. It's a refreshing and peaceful floral composition twisted with a delicious note of Mirabelle plum. And I've smelt it and it's like one of those scents where I'm like, I think I like it, but I don't love it kind of thing. So it's in a glass vial. It has got a spray bottle, which I always appreciate. I'm not really a fan of like roller balls, do you know? I just never feel like I get enough product out of them. I really don't like rollerball perfumes, but that's just me. So I was trying to work out exactly how much this is worth. Usually I do it based on how much the RRP is of the full size and then work out price per mil. In which case this would be worth about £9. However, do bear in mind that a 7.5 ml, so 1.5 times the size, retails at £20. So they don't sell it in this size, but still quite a lot of value compared to buying the actual travel size, which would be £20 for 7.5ml. So it is a nice little addition. 5ml is obviously way more than you get in a little tiny spray sample things, which are like 1.2ml, and even they last a few goes. So this would probably be enough for like a week or two holiday, depending on how much you want to spray, I guess. But I do think it lasts quite a long time on the skin, and obviously fragrance is so personal, so it's up to you to decide whether this is one you actually like or not. But yeah, it's a nice option to have in there for sure. Next up, one of my favourite cleansers is by Kate Somerville, and it's the Exfoliate cleanser. I've spoken about this before, it's been in favourites before, and I love it. So it's like a funny light greenish colour. You just apply it to damp skin, give yourself a nice massage, and it kind of goes on like a cream, like a light lotion kind of texture, and then when you massage it in, it almost goes a little bit foamy. But I love this for when my pores are feeling a bit clogged, I'm feeling a bit congested skin wise, or I'm like ready for some hormonal breakouts. I can feel that kind of stuff happening. This is a really sort of gentle yet effective cleanser for that. It's just gorgeous, really nice product. So it is a 30ml or 1 fluid ounce, so it is smaller than the travel size, but it's an expensive product when you buy it in a full size, so still quite a bit of value. It's worth £9.50 in this size, and I'm always happy to have another little travel size of it. Next up, something a little bit different. We've got a voucher here for La Prairie, is that how you pronounce it? And this is for the Art of Perfection facial treatment. It says, through the rare precious ingredient of your choice, you can choose from platinum, caviar, white caviar or gold. It is a bespoke 30-minute facial treatment conducted in the privacy of a serene treatment room. The Art of Perfection will immerse you in a world of timeless beauty in the world of La Prairie. It's redeemable at Harvey Nichols in Knightsbridge, Liverpool, Manchester or Edinburgh. You need to present the card at the counter to book, and it's valid until the end of January 2023. So a little bit of time, 5 months to use it, something like that. So I'll have to try and make an effort to get that used. That's the only thing I order online generally from Harvey Nichols, not being that close to any of the stores, so it can be hard sometimes to kind of fit that in. But it is a nice little addition if you are near a store, and you can go and make use of that. The next item in here is a super tiny deodorant. It's by Malin and Guts. One of my favourite deodorants. I say that a lot. I have a lot of favourites if you've not guessed. This is a eucalyptus deodorant. Smells like eucalyptus, funnily enough. It's like a clear deodorant. I would say it is a very unisex scent. I mean, I wear it as a woman, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with a man wearing this. Not that there's anything wrong with them wearing whatever scent they want, but you know what I mean. It is kind of a masculine type scent as well. I like a good masculine scent. It smells like eucalyptus anyway. So it is super teeny tiny, but it's a nice way to use this deodorant if you haven't got the full size or you haven't tried it. It's a nice kind of way of using it, and I think it's super cute for like throwing in your handbag if you want to kind of top up your deodorant, especially if it's like really warm or something. So it's 5.1 grams or 0.18 fluid ounce, which means it's only worth £1.32, so quite a low value, but certainly better than buying a full size and then discovering you don't like it. So it's another aluminium free deodorant, kind of like the Sol de Janeiro one that I purchased. So again, if you're not used to it, you might find it's not giving you as much protection as you would need, particularly if it's really hot or you're working out or something. It all kind of depends on you. But it might take a couple of weeks to get used to it, is what I'm trying to say, which I know puts some people off, but I'm just trying to be honest. So yeah, we get these from time to time in the various gift with purchases, generally from like Space NK and things like that, and it is a good quality product. It's got 25% eucalyptus leaf in there, I think, as well, so some nice kind of botanics and stuff going on too. Next up, we've got a cleanser from Badescu. It is the Gentle Foaming Cleanser for all skin types, 1 fluid ounce or 29ml. A gentle cleanser that removes impurities and leaves your skin feeling truly clean without any filmy residue. Dampen face and gently massage cleanser in a circular motion, and obviously rinse off. No scent really to it either. I do think you have to be careful with this brand. Some of their products have got like sodium and lauryl sulfate and irritating type ingredients in there, so I personally anyway have to be really careful with the ingredients, but this doesn't look like it presents any kind of issues like that, so not too bad at all. So I'll give it a try. So again, another low value. This is worth £2.21 in this size, so not a massive value, but nice kind of travel size, good way to try it. Next up, we've got another perfume, and it is a travel size and a high value. So this is by Memo Paris. It's the Martha Eau de Parfum. And if you saw my recent fragrance edit video that Cult Beauty did, I'll put a card here if you haven't seen it, we got a smaller version of this perfume. So I smelt it. I know it's not for me, sadly, because this is quite a high value. So this is actually a 10ml, and you can absolutely buy it in this size. So this is actually worth £52 in the travel size, that's what it retails for. It says the eye of a tuberose, and I will read a little bit about what this fragrance is all about. So it's in a glass bottle, it's got a spray on it, although it hasn't got like a lid, it's just like a plastic spray without a lid, which is kind of a shame, isn't it? Because wouldn't you think at £52 you'd have a lid? But maybe that's just me. Anyway, what does it say about this? So it says, gaze skyward, the dessert is forgotten. Tuberose absolute, mystery infinity hidden from view, silence beneath the cacti. A slow motion western, vanilla seed, the Milky Way. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And how that tells you what you think of the smell of a perfume, I don't know. But for me, it's just not quite for me. So like I said, fragrance really quite personal. So you'd have to obviously smell it and see if this is a good option for you, but this is worth £52. So if you do love it, this is a really great way to get it. Next up, we've got a sheet mask from Patchology. Love Patchology. I've bought a lot of their masks and stuff before, and this is one of their 5-minute sheet masks, which a lot of them are, and this is a hydrate one. So the ultimate thirst quencher, hyaluronic acid and vitamin B5, and yeah, it's just supposed to give your skin that boost, and I've used it before. Love the fact that it only takes 5 minutes if you've not got long to kind of enjoy it, but it is just obviously on a dry face, and this is like a tissue type mask, not like a hydrocellulose type one. So it's got hyaluronic acid to hydrate and improve elasticity, vitamin B5 softens and smooths the look of your skin, while betaine improves its ability to retain moisture. Drink in all the good stuff. So the second ingredient after water is glycerin. It's also got hyaluronic acid in there and a few other nice looking ingredients. So yeah, another nice one. Next up, and we've got a travel size that you can purchase in this size. It is from Pixi, and it is the Hydrating Milky Mist, Hyaluronic Acid and Oat Soothing Mist, 1 fluid ounce or 30ml. Featherlight Mist or Moisturiser helps to soothe the skin and provide a surge of hydration with hyaluronic acid. Shake well before use, close eyes and mist over face and neck for all skin types. Second ingredient after water is glycerin, so it's looking good. Again, it's got fragrance in though, so it's up to you whether that's an issue for your skin. I'm going to open it up and we're going to have a spritz. In a little plastic bottle, might be a nice kind of on the plane type spray. Let me know if you would like to know what's in my kind of travel bag, if that's something that appeals, but I do think about my skincare when I go on a plane and try and get off the plane at the other end not looking horrendous like I usually do, to try and like moisturise throughout the flight and stuff. So anyway, I digress. Let's see what this is like. It smells nice, it feels nice. I did feel though like it kind of was all concentrated on the centre of my face. I think that was just me and the way I sprayed it, but quite a lot feels like it's come out. I actually feel like I can almost see it on my skin. Yeah, interesting. So that is that. So that's that. It's worth £8 in that size as well. So I find, because I do sometimes get irritation usually around my eyes, sometimes I get like eczema patches and things as well, so this kind of thing can irritate me. So I'll soon know, because I'll either have a reaction or I won't. So sometimes the only way to find out is to try it, isn't it? But it is a nice little, cute little one. I like the idea it's milky. I've no idea whether this milkiness is just for effect or if it does something, but I do like the look of this. Next up, we've got a mask by Seisler. This is the Express Flower Gel Hydrating and Toning Mask in a 10ml or 0.33 fluid ounce size. So this is a 3-minute mask. You moisturizes and tones skin, apply on face and neck, leave on for 3 minutes, then carefully tissue off. Do not rinse off. So it's kind of like a leave-in, almost like hydrating treatment for the skin. So super expensive. This usually is a 60ml it's sold in, and I think it's like over £100. It's some crazy amount. You can do the maths if you like. It's worked out as being worth £17.50 for the 10ml size, so pretty pricey. But yeah, I don't actually know if I've used this. I've had this before and I don't know if I got round to using it. I'm not always good at using everything I get. I need to get better at that and trying more things out. But this sounds, again, I'm looking for all the moisturising products at the moment, like I said, for flights and stuff. So some are tried and tested, but I might try out some new ones while I'm on my next flight. So this might be a good option actually. It'd also be really nice in like the fridge because it'd be extra cool, and it's like a gel textured mask. How do you feel about masks that you leave on the skin? So I mean that you're kind of tissuing off, aren't you? But I kind of feel like for a mask, it either has to be a sheet mask that goes on and is taken off, or like a mask where I wash it off. Something psychological for me, if it's leave on, it feels like a moisturiser. Like I've just put a moisturiser on and that's all I've done, rather than a mask. Not that that matters, but it's just like an observation. It's how I feel about it. So I'm curious, do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Or am I just like talking crazy talk? Just let me know. What do you think about that? Next up, another perfume. This is by toca, and it's the Stellar Eau de Parfum. It's 5 ml or 0.17 fluid ounce. It says, a temptuous young Italian beauty, tempting blood orange and spicy lily flirt with white freesia and sensual sandalwood. Ooh. They have the prettiest little bottles, and I love how these like mini bottles. Why is mine like half full? What's that all about? Is that me, or does that look like half of the perfume is actually missing? If you can see that. But anyway, these are quite expensive perfumes usually. Not sure about the scent in the bottle. I've put it on my skin, we'll see how it settles. I don't think it's for me, if I'm honest. It's got a really kind of pretty lid. You probably can't see this on here, but it's a glass bottle, and then it's got like a really detailed kind of plasticky lid on top. So I don't know if this is for me, like I said, but it is worth £6.80 in this 5 ml size. Next, by Zellens, it is the Power E Vitamin E Concentrate, moisturising and protecting. It is a travel size. It is 10 ml, and you can actually buy it in this size. So it is a full-on travel size. It comes in a pump. It is a glass bottle, like a frosted glass. And it's got like a plastic lid. It says moisturising and protecting. It comes exactly like it would if you bought it in this size, which I always think makes it feel a little bit more kind of valuable rather than they put it in like cheaper packaging or something. But let me know if you've used it. Is it amazing? And this is worth £41 in this travel size. Let me know what you think. Finally, the highest value item in here is by Fenn. It's the Vitamin B Activated All-in-One Concentrate for all skin types with concentric technology. Is someone just making up new words, or is that like a thing now? So this is 20 ml or 0.7 fluid ounce. It's a travel size and is worth £70 in this size. £70. It says anti-aging moisturising cream powered by concentric technology. Alrighty then. Yeah, so that is that. Have you used it? Is it as amazing as it should be for £70? Do let me know. So that is the gift. Let me know what you think. I mean, I don't think it's the best gift I've ever had by any stretch of the imagination, but I did like it, and it was sufficiently tempting enough for me to get this gift. If you've not already seen it, there is a Cult Beauty gift with purchase for July 2022. New one, just gone live. I'll put a card here if you haven't seen that video. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I've got other goodie bags coming your way soon to be unboxed, and beauty subscriptions and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you will subscribe, stick with me, and see some of those new videos soon. So I'll link everything underneath the video. If you do use any of my affiliated links, it doesn't cost you any extra, but I may get a small commission for referring you. It really helps to support the channel, really helps to keep me making videos, and I really appreciate it. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I would love it if you give it a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing, and I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.